Hello guys, and welcome to another Plan with me. This week we are planning the 23rd of January through the 29th of January. And yeah, we are going to be using Mary Magique from ScribblePrintsCo, and I do have a code with ScribblePrintsCo. You can use Hannah10 to save 10% off. But here is the kit. I love these colors. I love all the boxes. I'm on my second caffeine drink today. I love this box with Marie because, y'all, it's been a long couple of weeks, but I'm going to be using the mouse underlays in ice. I do have the add-ons. I must have purchased them, I think maybe for the tall girl, which now I don't know why I pulled stuff for the sidebar. And then those were the kit add-ons. I'm going to pull out the stuff I had grabbed for the sidebar and get that out of here because I didn't realize I had a tall gal. I'm just going to use her, or no, I guess she is a totally different gal. We will see what I want to use then. Undecided. And then we have Marie here. We have so many boxes. Let's assess the situation. Assess. So I need 10 boxes. We have 8 here and then 9. I definitely like these two. So sadly, I'm not going to use Marie and I'm not going to use these girls. I think I might take one of these two gals out for Marie and then use her on the sidebar. And I'm not going to use the nails because I like these two boxes. Okay. I think we've got a general idea of what we're going to do. I actually hate cats, but I just think Marie is so sassy with her like, ladies don't start fights, but they can finish them. This planner and my inserts are both from Printpression. The inserts are the SPC ones, and the planner is the SPC Edit, which was sold through ScribblePrintsCo. So, let us begin. Feeling overwhelmed. I have so many stickers I need to put away. I literally haven't put them away in months. But we're just gonna get into it. Let me move my planner so that I can tell you guys all the things about this past week. It was a very busy one. I feel like very, at the moment, burnt out, and like I just need to take a nap, which is something I probably should do instead of put my stickers away, because self-care, but also my stickers are giving me a headache. But also I'm not doing anything Friday during the day, so maybe I'll do my stickers, put them away on Friday, and take a nap when I'm done with this. I am just so mentally drained. But anywho, this past week was fun. My friend did come to visit towards the end of the week just for a couple of days, but we'll get there when we get there. Monday we did our normal Monday morning things of like the post office, yada yada. I was rewatching Harry Potter at this point, so I was binge watching that, and I was reading. I read a couple of times this week. I don't really remember what I was reading, but I think this is, where's my phone? And now I'm curious. My sister told me about this app that's like kind of cool called Bookmurray. I don't really know the correct pronunciation. But you can like see this calendar and it like shows you what you are reading which days. So this is when I was reading Love on Lockdown on London Lane. It was pretty good. It doesn't have the best reviews, but I personally enjoyed it. So there's that. I'm going to be using the Days of the Week stickers from my shop in font 5. Hello, Monday. Perfect. Gonna pop these up here, and then I am using a foil bundle from SPC. It was like this magical winter one, so I will be pulling the date numbers from there. This is pretty much all I did on Monday. Tuesday I had to go back to the grocery store, so Nick, Andrea's husband, his mother asked me if I would make her these cookies because she doesn't really like baking. And I was like, heck yeah, girl. And then I forgot to get, like, it was like these orange creamsicle cookies. And I rarely make things with white chocolate because I loathe white chocolate, but they required it and I forgot to buy that. And then I also was making myself a Cobb salad dip just for shits and giggles, and I forgot the lettuce. So I had to go to the store. I just went to H-E-B because it was the closest, to pick up the forgotten ingredient. So I did that in the morning and then came home and I worked. I grabbed McDonald's on the way home. Oh yeah, I got breakfast and I just knew this day was gonna be bad because they gave me a regular Coke instead of a diet, which, like, I did get breakfast food as well, but like my whole reason for going was because McDonald's Diet Coke is life. So I was kind of mad about that. Then I came home and then Chris accidentally knocked over an entirely full unopened jar of olive oil, and he had to spend forever cleaning that up. And so it was just overall like just a series of unfortunate events that continued throughout the rest of the day, truly. So it was just kind of a shitty day. And then I had finished Harry Potter on Monday, so I started rewatching House, which is my favorite show of all time, if you did not know. And I ended up getting my period that day, and I was like, aha, this makes sense why everything is just extra shitty. So then Wednesday I woke up and I did some work in the morning, like computer work. Had a bit of a YouTube binge, and then I did bake those cookies for Nick's mom. I did not even try them because I hate orange, everything orange. It's just yucky to me. This looks so pretty, that combo. Ugh. But so I asked Chris if he would try it, and Chris is currently on quite a strict diet, but he did agree to try a cookie for me. Actually, I don't want that box quite yet. I'm gonna put that one in the sidebar, I think. So I'm gonna put this here. So he did try it. He was like, oh, I'm only gonna eat a bite. And I was like, that's fine. I don't really care. This one's ugly and smushed. Just please try it. Let me know if it's bad. And he ended up eating the whole cookie and thought it was really good, but like, it's just like not for me. Nick really liked him as well. He said they were 7 out of 10, and he's kind of hard to impress, but I digress. Then I finished Lockdown on London Lane this day. Yeah, I believe that's what I finished. And then I went over to Andrea's house, and we always do this thing where like neither of us want to be like the one to pick things, so we're just like, yeah, I don't care, like whatever you want. I don't care, whatever you want. So like whenever it comes to dinner, we're like, yeah, whatever's fine. And because, you know, good old Aunt Flo came to town, I was like, listen, I want McDonald's. And she was like, say less. The fact that it's just like we don't even have to go back and forth about the decision, absolutely. And McDonald's is always a yes. It's like our go-to. However, this was like an interesting McDonald's experience because they accidentally, it was so funny because they gave me a regular instead of a diet, and they like on Monday, and then they gave us 2 diets, 2 different McDonald's. But so that was like a whole situation. It's just like one of those things where like when you're really looking forward to something and then it just doesn't pan out. So it was a bit frustrating, but it was fine. And then we did play a couple of games together. We played Rivals for Catan, Caper, and Tic-Tac-KO Dragons versus Unicorns, which was quite fun. Love that one. And then for our movie for that evening was Uptown Girls. I had never seen it, and it was actually really good. I really, really enjoyed it. Dakota Fanning's character like had me giggling because she just is so sassy, and just she's a whole vibe. Loved her. Thursday, you know, had a good old bill due. My car insurance, they're both due on the same day. That nonsense was due. I'm gonna grab Marie so I don't forget about her over here. I am actually going to Disney at the time of filming this in a few weeks, like less than like 26 days, which is crazy. Yeah, so we did that, and then yeah, then I did laundry, you know, all the fun things. I worked, continued to watch House, and then Chris and I went on a date. One of like the few things in this like diet that we can really get that isn't gonna like mess Chris up too much. It's like ramen, because it's not like too terrible for you. It's mainly like vegetables and broth. It's kind of high in sodium, but like, I digress. So we went and did that, then we came home and I started reading my next book, which is Thank You Next by Andy Christopher. I'm not very far into it. Like I said, I've barely had time to do anything. And so that was that. Friday was my friend Katie's birthday. It was also the day that my friend Kieran came to town. So I went and picked him up at the airport. The only thing he really had on his like docket of things he wanted to do while he was here was that he really wanted to go to Hop Dotty. So I made that happen, obviously. So after I picked him up from the airport, we just went there. It's like it is a chain. It's not a chain that we have back in New York, but they have like a burger of the month. The only thing I eat there is French fries because I don't eat burgers or like chicken sandwiches, and the chicken tenders don't look good. But we went there and it was just easier to do that. Chris was streaming and like I know that Chris couldn't really eat anything there, and like he already has his like cheat days or like his days where he eats terrible, or like the days we go to Andrea's for game night. And so we just went, and then we just went shopping around. I had to go to Target because I needed to get stuff to make a cheesecake, which I ended up making later that night. Didn't even mark it, but we had to get stuff to make that. And then we just kind of like went around to a couple different stores, chatting, shopping, whatever. And then we had a game night. We played Everdell, which was a lot of fun. I can't remember if we played anything else that evening. I don't think so, because we played Everdell, and then the boys were hungry. I personally wasn't really hungry, but I was like, okay, fine, we can go somewhere. So we went to like a local like bar, and I literally suggested it simply because I could just get like an appetizer, like bar snacks. I got like pretzel bites and cheese, and that's literally what I ate. Saturday morning, I had a hankering for a Diet Coke from McDonald's. And you know, right now, currently, we are trapped at home because of the ice here currently in Texas, which as a New Yorker, it just feels funny that like, it's, I think in the 20s maybe. What's the weather? It's 31 and this is like really cold and scary. But like, that's fine. It's more so that they're not like equipped to handle it. It's not that it's necessarily bad, but like in New York, if it was like this, we would have the ice trucks out, and they just don't have that here. So everybody's homebound at the moment. So I can't go get any McDonald's Diet Cokes just because I'm having a hankering, which is upsetting, but that's fine. I'll survive. Barely, but I'll try my best to make it through. So we went and did that, and then we worked and watched YouTube, and then we went to Andrea's for a game night, and it was like a dips night. We try to do that like once a month because it's just like our fave, as in me and Andrea's fave. The boys are kind of indifferent. They got pizza that looked absolutely disgusting, and the sauce was on top of the cheese, and it was just like a weird situation. But we played games. It was just lots and lots of fun, and then we ended up being there pretty late, and so I was tired as heck when we got home, and I just like straight passed out. Sunday we woke up, and the only thing Kieran wanted to do was to like try a fast food place that he had not had before, because like in New York we pretty much just have McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and Taco Bell. There's only like 2 Chick-fil-A's in like the whole city that like I lived in. There's no like Carl's Jr., there's no Cane's, there's no Jack in the Box, Whataburger, like nothing else really. No Panda Express, no Wingstop. So that was what he wanted to do. So he wanted to try Carl's Jr. I said, I will take you there, but I am getting myself something else. So I got myself Sonic, and then we came home and worked. I forgot to mention on Friday, oh my god, I was so excited to talk about this because by the time of filming this, we have not announced it yet, but like by the time I post this, it will be announced. Me and Andrea did start a board game Instagram together, and it's just BG Girlies. So go give it a follow. It's so exciting. So we did do that on Friday. And then Sunday, tickets for Gen Con, which is like a board game convention, went on sale. And in classic me and Andrea fashion, we have this whole plan. We're just gonna go for one day, like see if we like it. We don't wanna like invest too much time and money if it ends up sucking. And she's like, well, the cost for 2 days versus the cost for like the entire weekend is only like, it's like less than $50. So like maybe we just get like the full weekend tickets, and then like we don't have to buy plane tickets right now, but we can decide later how many days we actually want to be there for. So we just said fuck it and got tickets for the entire convention, and I'm very excited about that. Had a YouTube binge. We went and got Mexican food for dinner, and then we came home and we had a bit of a game night. It was my friend's last night here. He was only here, he got here Friday and was leaving Monday morning. I had to get up at like 6 something to bring him to the airport. So it was a fairly quick trip, but we played 10 Penny Parks, which was really fun. I actually really enjoyed it. And then we were gonna play a different game that I had purchased called Taverns of Tiffenthal, but you have to have like these starting decks of cards, and like they're in the colors of like the different characters. And I was gonna play red, everything was fine, and Chris was playing yellow, just missing all 7 of the yellow starter cards. And then Kieran was gonna play blue. I was missing 1 of the 7 of those cards, and then we had all of the greens, but I was like, okay. So I had to like contact the publisher, and I also contacted the store that I purchased it from. Both of them got back to me, and it's being like resolved. So that was actually really great customer service on everybody's part, so not too mad about it. I was quite disappointed at the moment, but things happen. And a lot of these game publishers are pretty small. Like the games only get published because of Kickstarter, which is kind of cool, helping other people's dreams come true. This kit is so, that like spread is so pretty, and it's like such a juxtaposition to this one. But yeah, that was pretty much the entirety of last week. This current week could not be more boring if I tried. It's literally just been work, 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 ice, work, 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 and then all this ice. But next week, my sister comes to town, and I could cry. I'm so excited. I'm gonna use these like fancy boys in the sidebar. Oh, I'm so excited for my upcoming Disney trip, mainly because like when people come to visit me, so I have this like weird, I have a very unhealthy work-life balance, and like it's something I really do need to work on, but it's like almost impossible in this like phase of life, and I've just kind of like accepted that this is how things are gonna be. But like when my friend was here, he didn't really have anything he wanted to do, so we just kind of like hung out while I worked, because like I have work I need to do, and if we're just gonna be hanging out chatting, I can work while I do it. But when I go somewhere on vacation, which this is another big reason why I haven't gone home since I moved here, there's a plethora of reasons, including the fact that rental cars are so expensive, but if my friends and family come here, I can still get a little bit, even if it's just like 4 hours of work done each day. But if I go somewhere, I have to take the time off of work. And so going back to shitty ass New York, it's just not worth getting behind on work for. But going to Disney, absolutely is. So I'm so excited for this experience and just like getting to relax. I don't have a tall box. I probably do have a tall box overlay, but I'm just too lazy, so I'm just gonna use these little deco bits that came in the foil bundle on here. Sure, this is fine. The rest of that will go in my D stash, which that box is getting so full. Okay, let's just put in the full boxes. We were gonna put her here. Whew. Put this on our girl Marie. Put this here, and then we have the 2 corner boxes on this one. I always make the mistake of like taking the majority of the full boxes off of the sheet that has the headers still on it. So I think it would make sense if I used the one where the headers were gone, so I could throw away a sheet and consolidate better, but that would involve having a brain, which I clearly do not possess. Okay, pop these on, and then just 2 more full boxes, and we'll be getting into the day by day. This girl's so cute. Love her. I'm gonna put this on this Olaf box. Okay, now let's get into the day by day. Okay, I did use quite a bit of this sheet, but I'm just gonna put that in my D-stash because I have everything in my little reusable album. Let's find all my sheets. Okay, so we have our classic 5 things on Monday morning. Y'all know the deal. You know how it goes. Oh my god. If you guys can hear the rain, I do apologize, but it's like really making me think more and more about just taking a nap or just laying down, resting for a few hours, because I'm beat. I'm a tired girl. Okay, so for payday, I do have the money from the kit, or from the foil bundle, as well as the payday script from the foil bundle. Same goes with the grocery run. Both the icon and the script are from the foil bundle. For the post office, I've got the little mail from the foil bundle, and then a custom PO drop in font 6 unfoiled. For filming, I've got the camera from the bundle, as well as a film script from my shop in font 6 in hollow. Then for McDonald's, I've got the hash brown from SPC, as well as a McDonald's script from my shop in font 6 in hollow. On to the bottom half of the week. Use this to mark work. Then I'll use a little patterned label for my Harry Potter binge, and then a little thing to mark reading. Cool. So for work, I've got a laptop from SPC, as well as the work script from my shop in font 6 in ice. For Harry Potter binge, I've got the Dumbledore icon from SPC, as well as a Harry Potter binge. That is on the Harry Potter movies sheet, but also you could get that as a custom, and it's in font 5 unfoiled. Then I've got the books icon from the foil bundle, as well as a read script from my shop in the November font of the month in hollow. I do have each month's font of the month sampler, which read is on there, so you could get it that way, but also make sure you're following me on Instagram or join the Facebook group, which are always linked down below, to stay up to date on the fonts of the month, because you don't want to miss them. So I'm going to use this label to mark going to HEB to get the forgotten about groceries. I'm going to use this to mark work, and then a little thing to mark McDonald's. For HEB, I do have the grocery cart from the foil bundle, as well as a custom HEB script in font 6 unfoiled. For working, we've got the laptop from SPC, as well as a work script from my shop in font 6 in ice. Then for McDonald's, we've got another hash brown from SPC in the same McDonald's script from my shop in font 6 in hollow. Then we're moving down here. I did have a YouTube binge. This was the day of shitty days. I started watching House, well, rewatching House, and good old Aunt Flo came to town. In here for that. Cool. So for the YouTube binge, I've got the movie clapper from my shop in hollow, YouTube binge in the November font of the month in hollow. For having a shitty day, I have the eye rolling emoji or girl from SPC. This one is actually like of me. It has like blonde hair with brown eyes, because she is on my newer like freebie that's going out randomly in orders from SPC. And I do have the Shitty Day script from my shop in font 1. Then for house, I've got the stethoscope icon from the bundle. And then for my period, I've got the like pad icon, I guess, from SPC. And I Fuck My Uterus script in font 4 unfoiled. Moving over here, I'm going to use this cute little, dude there to mark working, and then YouTube binge, and then I'll mark baking and Uptown Girls. Before I put this down, let me see what color. Oh, works out great. Oh, this actually does not go even remotely up here. I'm losing my dang mind because the kit that I used prior had two scenes, so the boxes are in odd places. So for work, I've got another laptop from SPC, as well as a work script in font 6 in ice. For YouTube binge, I've got the little play button from the foil bundle, as well as the YouTube binge in the November font of the month in hollow. For baking, I've got this Once More with Love baking munchkin with a bake script from my shop in font 6 and unfoiled. Then for reading, we've got the book icon from my shop in hollow, as well as read in that November font of the month. I will be using the light purple movie marquee. It technically needs to be like this color, but we don't got one in that color, so this is how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm just like building it up from the bottom so I can like use the right sized thingamabobs. Okay, we'll do this like this. The top will be for getting McDonald's with Andrea. We have got the Happy Meal from SPC, as well as a custom with Andrea in font 6 unfoiled. And then we played some games. So I have the die from SPC, and then I just have this script that I made myself that just says Gaming Girlies. Because I mark game night when it's all of us, so I'm going to mark that one as just me and Andrea. And then I'm going to write in Uptown Girls. And I'm going to grab a marker so I can get this filled in. Okay, this is because I only have silver and gold house scripts at the moment. I need to make some more. And this is Uptown Girls. Wow, Uptown, that looks terrible, but we're going with it. Whatever, I don't want to look at that anymore because I wrote that so grossly. Moving on. My car bill was due, so we will mark that. And then I did some laundry and worked. So for car, I have the car icon from the bundle and then a custom car/insurance unfoiled font 5. For laundry, I've got the washing machine and the laundry script, both from the bundle. For working, I've got the laptop from SPC, as well as a work script in font 6 in ice. Down here, I am going to mark watching House with this. Then we had a date night, and I came home and read. For house, I've got the pills from SPC. For date night, I've got the like bowl of ramen from SPC and the date script from the bundle. And then for reading, I've got the book stack from SPC and read script in the November font of the month. Up here, we're gonna first mark that it was my friend Katie's birthday. Then we will mark that Kieran came to town. That we got Hop Dottie. and did some shopping. So for Katie's birthday, I've got the present that was in the bundle. And then for Kieran arriving, we've got an airplane from SPC as well as I'm not even gonna bother cutting off the width. Whatever, that's fine. He gets the job done. For Hop Dottie, I've got the fork and knife. Then for shopping, I've got the shopping bag. Both of those are from the bundle. And then a custom with Kieran in the November font of the month. Then we had a game night. And maybe the boys went for dinner. This is like the dark colors pattern. It's not really like my fave, but we'll use it. And then we made our board game Instagram. For game night, I've got the little Lottie playing a board game with a game night script. That's the January font of the month. Since I just got a pretzel at dinner, I'm just using the pretzel from SPC and a custom with the boys. And I'm going to use the heart icon from the bundle. Oopsie. And a custom BG Girlies script that's in font 6 unfoiled to mark that. And then I'm going to use that script for whenever I like am taking pictures and whatnot for the Instagram. So this is going to be to mark getting McDonald's in the morning with Kieran and then working in a YouTube binge. So for the McDonald's, I've got the McDonald's Happy Meal bag and a custom with Kieran. For working, I've got the laptop from SPC as well as a work script in font 6 and ice. For YouTube binge, we got the movie marquee from my shop in Hollow as well as YouTube binge in Hollow. And then we did have a game night at Andrea's house. So I'm gonna pop this in to mark that. We had dips this evening, which were so yummy. And then I was completely exhausted. So we'll use that. So for the game night, I've got the girl playing the board game and the same game night script. And then I know this is technically a cake, but like that's the type of pan we put dips in, so that's gonna be dips. And then I've got the bed from the bundle as well as They Tired as Fuck script from my shop in font 4. Next up, we have, I got Sonic. And then worked. And then we got our tickets for Gen Con. So for Sonic, I've got the pastel Sonic colored bag as well from SPC as well as a Sonic script for my shop. That's font 5, no foil. For working, we've got another laptop from SPC as well as a work script for my shop in font 6 and ice. And for Gen Con, I got the die from SPC. And then I had a YouTube binge. And we went to get Mexican for dinner. And then the three of us had one final game night before we said our goodbyes. So for the YouTube binge, we got the movie clapper from my shop as well as YouTube binge in Hollow. For getting Mexican, I've got the burrito from SPC and then the script is from my shop. And then for game night, we've got the same Lottie with the board games and the game night script. And that is everything. Let's fill out the couple of things on this side that need to be filled out. House. Katie, Hop Dottie. Dips. And that's everything. Now let's zoom out and look at this finished masterpiece. Here she is, looking good, looking quite good. I do enjoy it. I think it's really pretty. I love these colors. And let's see what's going straight on into the D-Stash box. I barely touched this page. It's just shocking. I feel like I used a lot of little things this week. Got this, we've got some headers, same there. I got some full boxes, more full boxes, date covers, more full boxes, and some underlays. Oh, and the little things. But that is everything, guys. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then well, give it a thumbs down. Because either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.